Hi there again, everybody. This is the Householder Monk. Here we are with another lovely, beautiful, sunny day here in Tucson, Arizona. So, as you know from my previous videos, I am very big into the vinaya and the pratimoksa codes of Buddhist vows and precepts. I try to uphold those in my daily life, even though I'm not a monk. I have some books here. Five of them. So you can see I've done some research on the subject. But there's one thing that a lot of people don't know about. Zen master Thich Nhat, who is from Vietnam and is the abbot of, I think it's called Plum Village Monastery in the south of France, was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize by Martin Luther King Jr. in the 60s for his efforts during the Vietnam War. He has the 14 mindfulness trainings of Interbeing, and that is just another set of precepts to live by. You know, in Buddhism we have a lot of lists. We have the Four Noble Truths, we have the Six Paramitas, we have the Noble Eightfold Path, and many others. But these 14 really define a way to live your life every day if you can follow these a little bit more detailed than the 5 precepts that we take at Wat Buddha Metta as a layperson. I'm just going to go through them briefly. The first one is openness. What kind of a world would it be? How much better could it be if people were just open with each other? You know, I personally bury my pride and my ego, and I just go ahead and tell somebody they look good, did a good job, or something positive about them. And it doesn't matter. We may or may not only live once, so why not take the chance and just tell somebody something good about them? And when you're talking to your significant other or your children or coworkers or whoever, openness is a pretty good policy if you think about it. You know, why hide things? What good does that do to hide and deceive and basically lie? Little white lies aren't so good either, despite popular consensus. The second one is non-attachment to views. Now, isn't that one of the big problems in the world? Dogma. Attachment to views is dogma. You can't change somebody's mind who is dogmatic. So non-attachment to views is going into every situation and examining every concept with a beginner's mind, as some of the great Zen masters would say, a beginner's mind. Look at it for what it is, perceive it for what it really is. And don't go in with preconceived notions. Have an open mind. The third one is freedom of thought. I'd have to look in one of my books to see exactly what Thich Nhat Hanh meant by this one, but I know freedom of thought indicates that, for example, I'm a Buddhist, but I don't force my wife and children to be Buddhists. They learn about Buddhism from me, they make their own choices, and they can see for themselves the positive aspects of Buddhism. So they have the freedom of thought. I teach them how to think, not what to think. Awareness of suffering. Now that's a big one for us who are examining this concept of our triad with veganism and the suffering and cruelty of animals and the devastation to the environment. We need to be aware this is happening. We can't hide it behind closed doors anymore. We must be vocal and we must be activists. But we must not be angry activists. We must conduct ourselves in a form of positive activism. Healthy living is number 5. Veganism again. Whole food, plant-based diet. and the third part of the triad, body consciousness. I'll tell you, whenever I go to a store or a work or something, I never take the closest parking spot. I park wherever and I walk. I take every opportunity to walk as far as I can. Right now I'm getting ready to put the air in the tires of my bike. Probably bike around a little bit. We did some good hiking earlier this week in Hole in the Rock in Scottsdale. Anything we can do to move around and to eat healthy. And also the spiritual aspect. You don't have to be a Buddhist, but a healthy spiritual concept goes along with this precept here, healthy living. The sixth is taking care of anger. Thich Hahn says, take your anger, hold it in your arms like it's your baby, and say to it, I see you, anger. I feel you, anger. I know you're there, but you are not me. I am not my anger. Take your anger and say, okay, I see you, I deal with you, here you go. Go on your merry way, anger. I don't need to carry you around with me. The seventh is dwelling happily in the present moment. I think a lot of people are familiar with Eckhart Tolle's book, Living in the Now. Is that the name of it? Anyways, now. That's a big one in Buddhism. So many people have anxiety and depression because they're thinking about the past. They have baggage from the past, from past trauma, PTSD from different traumas. And they have anxiety because of the future, worrying what could happen, worrying what might happen. So living in the now is extremely important. Now is the only time we ever really have. Number 8 is true community and communication. I think right now is a good place to stop, and we'll continue on with number 8 in our next video. 7 is exactly half of Thich Nhat Hanh's 14 precepts of interbeing. Hope you're learning something. I'm not a monk, I'm not a teacher, but I'm trying to spread some wisdom about Buddhism and veganism and body consciousness just from a layperson point of view. So come on back for the next video.